morning once again, and welcome to another edition of Studio 55. I'm your host, Shanu Brown, and I have a really exciting show for you today. I recently had the opportunity to interview R&B recording artist Rome this past November when he was here performing a concert at the Scottish Rite. I had an opportunity to talk to him about his professional life as well as his personal life. But let's take a quick commercial break, and when we return, we'll be on location with Rome. Welcome back to Studio 55, and as I said before we went to commercial break, I had the opportunity to interview R&B recording artist Rome. I talked to him about his career as well as what the name Rome actually means, and here's what he had to say.
Rome is actually like the city Rome. It's, it has a historical background too, but the main part that I exist on this situation is love. Like the city Rome is full of love, and that's what I live for. Also, the R is for reverence, the O is for Omega, the M is for morality, E stands for eternity. So that's just stating that I have respect for my father. Each day I pray before I leave out or before a meal. I got reverence for him, and I know it's him who's going to is able to give eternal life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds good. So how did you really get started in the business, and how long have you been in the business?
Well, I've been singing since the age of 3. Of course, over the periods of years, I was singing in high schools, talent shows, and so forth. After leaving college, I went to L.A., and L.A., I was there, so I guess it must have been a total of 12 years. I've been really trying at it. But when I went to L.A., of course, I had to work those odd jobs, and I finally got a decent job with Vesta Williams, so far as singing, that is. I'd done some background for her. And I guess at my last physical job at Blue Cross, that was a young lady who knew me that she said that, well, you should make it. Something about you, you just different, and you're a very sweet guy. You should be able to do something. And what had happened was she met this guy named Michael Concepcion over the, I guess she met him on an airplane. I guess they must have traveled from Vegas or something. And I heard the name before, but I was like wondering what was up. So I went to meet the guy. She gave me his number and everything, and Michael Concepcion's out on the lawn. He was like chilling, because Mike, he's in like a wheelchair. So I was like, man, I wonder how I got in that chair. So I was just going through my mind. So anyway, he had introduced me to Gerald and Victor Merritt, which are the producers, and we kind of like clicked, and it gave me some tracks and kind of like worked out. I went home and wrote a couple songs, came back, and boom, they loved it. They sent it to RCA, and RCA, Kevin Evans, they really loved it. So that's how I actually did it.
Real music sung with passion and intensity is his stock in trade. Pure emotion and heart-to-heart honesty are the ingredients he used to express his God-given musical talent. With a vocal style reminiscent of old-school masters like Marvin Gaye, Sam Cooke, and Bobby Womack, singer-songwriter Rome is an artist for the 90s with musical roots in the rich soul music of the 60s and 70s. So how would you classify your music? Is it basically R&B or hip-hop, or what would you say?
I would say that it's got to me, it's got a little everything in it, right? I would say there's a slight chance of hip-hop, but majority R&B, and also you hear and feel a good soul, gospel soul feel also. So I try not to put the name or characterize the music because this is what he's given to me. When I went through my revelation, God gave me something that I can give to the people, and it ain't all that. Of course, it's a mixture of the old school with the new, and I think to get everyone's attention, especially the kids, you have to come with something that they're listening to today, but also try to keep it real as much as possible.
Yeah.
So you try to do the right thing when you're writing.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Rome after this commercial message. Smooth vocalist Rome burst into the music scene this past year with his self-titled debut album. His sensuous smash go hit single, I Belong to You, captured the ears and hearts of the public as it climbed to the top 10 position in both the R&B and pop charts, making it the 5th best-selling single in the country. Take a look at the music video. You said that gospel music may be something that you kind of get into after you finish your tour?
Oh, no doubt at all, no doubt. I'm working on of course I'm finishing up an R&B album too. I have I think one or two songs in there that got like a gospel feel on it. That third album that I'm trying to write to, even right now as we speak, is gonna be that gospel album. So I'm just hoping that everybody. I don't know what the future lies, but I know I ask for health and strength and to live by in His grace. But the only thing that matters is that I want to go deeper like this because I want you to feel what I'm talking about. Okay, I may do a gospel album, and to me it's gonna be a neutral album. Whatever you see, if Rome slip by the wayside, do something that whatever that may seem awkward to everybody else, we're entitled to getting our own selves into the kingdom. And to me, my message is just trying to get the message that God wants me to give out. And I don't, so far as me, I don't have to see nobody but Him, and He forgives me for all of my sins. But primarily, I just wanted to state that, yes, I want to do a gospel album because that is something that I long for even before R&B. Just about, yeah.
A native of Benton Harbor, Michigan, Rome began singing at the age of 3 in a household where music was a constant. Encouraged by his family to pursue his musical dreams, Rome joined a local group called Fire and Ice during his high school years, and pretty soon found himself traveling to Detroit, Chicago, and Indianapolis, singing in local clubs, talent contests, and in the basement at different house parties. What is the one thing that you like to get out to the public about Rome? As far as, the type of person that you are, I know just by talking to you, I could tell you're a very spiritual person. And do we, look forward to seeing another CD after this one's completed? Or how soon do you think you'd get started working on your next CD?
Yeah, I believe that in the next 7 months or so, because I'm probably going on a listening tour, 7-8 months or so, that probably would be another album. I think whenever it happens, God will let it happen at the right time. I just have to say about Rome, which I would like for everybody just to know is that, like I was trying to say earlier, you know, I'm only human person, and sometimes I feel that I can save the world, you know, but only God can do that. I'm a very sensitive person, you know. Sometimes when I can have a lot of things on my mind, and I may see you out there. It's not that I'm not trying to notice you or nothing like that. Is that I'm always thinking, what can I do better, and I'm always searching for to make sure I'm doing the right move, because you know God is soon to come, and you wanna do what you can to make sure that you enter into the kingdom. But I mean, the only thing that I would have to say that everybody remember me by or know what about me is that I care about each individual. You know, I never want to see somebody hurt or cry, you know. But we all know that we all go through different pains and strains, and it only makes us stronger. And that's basically it, that I want you to continue to pray for me that I go stronger in what I'm doing, and I pray for you, and just keep, you know, keeping those prayers out there for me.
Citing New Edition and Whitney Houston among his musical inspirations, and Club Nouveau's Jay King and RJ of RJ's latest arrival among his early mentors in the industry, Rome began working on his all-important debut in the summer of '96, creating songs that wouldn't just fit into one category, but had that universal feel. I told you this show would be exciting, so thank you so very much for joining me for this edition of Studio 55, and I'll see you next time.